Hello and welcome to Goa News Now. Today we have a very senior leader from BJP. He is contesting from Dabolim Constituency. No need of more introduction. Mr. Mauvin Godinho. त्यांच्याकडे उलोवया आणि विचारूया की जे आता इलेक्शनाचो माहोल हा सध्या जेन्ना ते सुरवात करता कितले टायरिंग आसा आणि कशें सुरवात जाता. सर जेन्ना तुमी कॅम्पेनिंग सुरवात करता we know that you are a very you work too hard. So how you start your day with the campaigning?
Of course, before getting out of the house, I start my day with prayers. I believe that whatever I am because of God, and without God's blessing, nothing happens. Though we sometimes, once we get positions, आमकां दिसता आमीच व्हडले, देवस्की सगळे आमी इचरता. You may belong to any religion, but I say my rosary, and only after saying my rosary, I go out of the house. आणि हें आतां तुका सांगता तेन्ना म्हाका मुद्दम सांगपा जाय, I never feel tired. हांव केन्ना कांसार जायना. And it never shows even on my face. People say, "You're fresh, you are this raring to go." कसो कांसार जायना. Like काल आमी 8 स्टार्ट केल्ले आनी थोडे दीस अशें जाता सकाळचे 3 वरां, सांजचे 3 वरां आनी एकदां 3.5 वरां एकदां आमी चल्ले. So 6.5 hours also walking I can do. Almost I think 90% I have covered house to house. I landed at the last point, you are aware, the house on the one on the border, right, bordering the other constituency. ही म्हाका पयलींसून संवय आसा. इवन कुट्टाडे आसतना दाबोलीम एंड कोर्तालीम वॉज वन, म्हणजे केरी व्हडली कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी आसली. स्टील आय यूज टू कवर ईच एंड एवरी हावज. म्हाका दिसता बेजिकली वेन यू हॅव अ वील टू वर्क, तुका मोगान तूं कितें करता, लोकां पासत वावरपाचें काम, लोकांची कामां करपा, तेन्ना तुका कांसेर म्हणल्यार ती जायच ना. इवन नॉर्मल म्हाजें फंक्शनींग लोक म्हणटा, अरे तूं इतलें ट्रॅवलिंग करता, पणजे 2 पाटी वयता येता, हांव थोडो वेळ म्हाज्या फार्मारूय रावतालो, इतली डिस्टन्स तूं कवर करून येता, कशें तुजे कडेन जाता. आमी जाल्यार एकूच पाटी वचपाक थकता. हांव एकदां 2-2दां वचून येयलां. थिंगाय काम आहा तेन्ना, हिंगा कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीचें काम आहा जाल्यार पत्ते येयले पत्ते वचले. म्हाका कांसेर म्हणल्यार ती जायच ना.
From where the energy is coming up?
I think that's a God's gift, I will say again, and that's so much of energy and the blessings of the people. When the people think good about you, I think it automatically results in a rare blessing which translates into energy for the concerned person. And I think that is my strong point. Like I just early morning today we started walking. I came here for an interview. Now I am doing an interview with you, and still there's another interview also awaiting me. And thereafter again we are in this hot sun. We are going house to house.
Yeah, how you are managing? Because I have heard that you are also going out of constituency to campaign for other candidate.
I was in Perne the other day. Tomorrow I am in Kurtorim campaigning for that candidate. So I go other constituencies as well. Only thing is I would have loved to go even more constituencies, but looking at below the belt hitting by some of my opponents, kai nonsense ulaita, trying to spread falsehood, lies to the people. So I have to be here with a hands-on approach and clarifying those things so that no damage is done. I don't believe in taking chances and becoming overconfident. While I know I am going to win with a huge margin, I am not that type who will become overconfident and suddenly have a flat fall. I'll never let that happen.
Sir, since we have already spoken to you earlier and you have spelled out about your future plans and all that, we would like to know certain thing which is coming up in the recent time. Whenever we have spoken to any of the opposition candidate, the candidates who are against you, they have some different agenda. So when we were speaking to Joseph Philip, he said the Wadam Lake project was his. Is it true?
It's a joke. It's a big joke. In fact, he had spent at one point of time some 60 lakhs. There was no work done. People were cursing. And what was the state when I became MLA if he had done that desilting and used the 60 lakhs there? It was smelling, stinking the water. Lok visarjan korpa yeta. Before the government stepped in, I 18 lakhs मोडूनच ते हांवें म्हाजे स्वता पयशे मोडून ते क्लीन केल्ले. हेवी मशिनरी घालून उदो एम्प्टी करून लोक गणपती विसर्जन करपाचे आसा म्हूण. आनी तेन्ना लोकांन म्हाका इतलो प्रेज केलो. तेन्ना हांवें लोकांक सांगलें, नो सॉरी, आय एम नॉट सॅटिस्फायड विथ दॅट. म्हाका आनी सुंदरता हाडपा जाय, हांव तुमकां बेस्ट करून दिता. मागीर हांवें थ्रू जी सुडा I developed it with a good walking track, with the amphitheater, with the ramp to immersed Ganpati. All that I did. And you see what a beautiful place it is. I spent 14 crores. आणि वो 60 crore मोडला म्हणून सांगतालो डिसिल्टिंग 60 लाख मोडला म्हणून सांगतालो आणि ते तेणे कांयच खर्च करूना हांवें 18 लाखांनी सुंदर म्हणजे नायस मॅनर आय क्लीन्ड इट बिफोर द गव्हर्मेंट स्टेप्ड इन आनी तो कितें उलयता हांकां संवय जाला काम करनासतना दुसऱ्या काम केलां तें आपलें म्हणपाक हिंगा कितें म्हणटले खंयचे प्रोजेक्ट ते सांगतले आपणें केला म्हूण म्हाका सांग.
No, another person, Babu Nanuskar.
Yeah.
Yesterday, day before we interviewed him, the thing what he told us that visible development means joggers park, that grade separator and 2 more projects. But he said nothing for constituency. Do you agree such kind of exposition will have any impact on the minds of the people?
I don't think people are such fools. लोकांक बरे भाशेन खबर आहा कितें काम जाला कोणें केला. If you merely visit my office, you get an idea how much work is taking place, how many people are at the workstation, whose work are they doing, constituency work, no? We have delivered maximum Ladli Lakshmi schemes, we have Grah Aadhar schemes, DSS schemes, PMRY schemes, CMRY schemes and what not. Whatever people want, we have been doing it and very diligently. आणि आता कामां तो सांगतात ताका 2च प्रोजेक्ट खबर आहा. Right from Sant Jacinto Island Bridge, right from the first Panchayat Ghar with the lift Chikalim, right from the grade separator at the airport, right from the Wadem Lake beautification, right from the district hospital, from a cottage hospital to a sub-district hospital, right here standing in the joggers park, the beautiful joggers park. What big projects have not come up? And right outside here, that empty plot what you are seeing, in the next 6 to 8 months you will see a transformation. You will have a futsal ground here, you will have a cricket pitch. Already work order has been issued to the concerned person. Outside this wall here, work order has been issued for phase 2 of joggers park. Besides this track increasing double the size with better material so that your legs don't get hurt by walking for the older people. Open air gym, closed gym for the youth, a food court at the end, right there at the end where the toilet block is there, water harvesting facility, a crash for children, an entertainment center right here for the people. This is the expansion of this park itself which is taking place. Outside this wall, where the road is there, other side of the road is land available which was taken by joggers park. We are going to have a Mahila Bhavan where self-help groups can come and work there. It's going to be an air-conditioned facility for the women and they will be able to also sell their wares. On the outside, we are going to make small shops or kiosks, if you want to call them, where they will be able to sell their product. So self-help group will be able to work, do something according to the skill what they have received and sell that as well. So many hundreds of people come every day for walk here. They can go there, purchase before going home. Some people who cook some good items at home also can come and sell there. I will be making that facility available for the self-help group. So this is a new thing what I am bringing about. New things, so many more new things are coming. Ata South Western Railway tinga bridge karta. Second bridge over New Wadi from Shantinagar. So is it not a new thing? It's not a big project. Then South Western Railway normally will not do anything for the common public. You know how railways function. They have done a concrete road there at Dabolim for me. Near Keshav Smriti, as you go up there, there was no road. They were crying hoarse for last maybe 20-30 years. That road cannot be done. Railway was not giving NOC. But this time around, I managed to get the NOC through Piyush Goyal's good offices. And not only they gave the NOC, they themselves are doing the road and giving me a concrete road for the people. Is it something? Is it not something new for the constituency? And these people who are in the fray, what have they done? Where were they at any point of time working for the people? कितें एक केला म्हूण दाखय मरे
तो उदकाचे सॉल्युशन दिला म्हणटालो तो कालू उलयतालो some निवाडेम something he has done it.
कितें
some water tank he has done some projects through Sudhin Davdekar he proposed in Niwadem and got it
all bakwas. The tank recently what I inaugurated, I was following it up on day-to-day basis, and after inaugurating that 7,50,000 cubic meter tank, there is a tremendous improvement both in New Wade and Wade. I have installed, he does not even know, I have installed or got commissioned 3 JICA lines. After that, साधारणपणे बरोच improvement येयला उदकाचो. 10 MLD water treatment plant येता हिंगा कोणसुवा, where that raw water used to previously come to Zuari. तें जालें म्हणटच आख्खे वास्को उदका problem आसपाना, not only Dabolim. I have done these things. तेका खबर सुद्धा ना, तो कितें करतालो?
Sir, when we interview people in Vasco, the probables, they give example that you see Dabolim, you see Murmugaon, example of development, showing that Vasco lacks development. Now, when we come here, your opponents like Joseph Philip, your Captain Vireto, this even Nanuskar, they say nothing, not much visible development. So, do you think that such claims voter will understand this time?
See, you have to either be blind or you have to be deaf or deaf and dumb. म्हणजे तुका कांय दिसना आनी तुका कांय आयकोप येना. अरे हें दिसता मरे, जॉगर्स पार्क दोळ्या फुड्यान दिसता, हॉस्पिटल दोळ्या फुडें दिसता, ग्रेट सेपरेटर दोळ्या फुडें दिसता, वाडेम लेक दोळ्या फुडें दिसता, पंचायत घर दोड फुडें दिसता तुजे, बाकीचे प्रोजेक्ट अशे दोळ्या फुडें समोर दिसता न्हू. हॉट मिक्सिंग रोड केलो तो सगळे लोक प्रवास करता न्यू वाडेम, तांकां दिसता काम केलां तें, हांकां कांय दिसना. आनी हे लोक बिलीव करतलो. हें कितें रे, लोकां म्हणजे तुमी कांय करूं ना, करपाक कॅपेसिटी ना, आनी ते तुमी खोटें उलोवन कवरअप करपाक सुद्दां कांय जावना म्हूण. हाव गूड इज इट? हे लोकांनी चिंतपा जाय, हे कसले लोक ते, इतले करून कांयच जावना म्हणटा ते.
सर, मेगा प्रोजेक्ट्साचे बाबतींनी उलयतना लोक म्हणटाले की वी शूड नॉट अलाव मेगा प्रोजेक्ट्स अंटील अनलेस वी हॅव सिस्टम इन प्लेस. यू एग्री विथ दिस?
पळय कितें आसा, इट इज वेदर द चिकन केम फर्स्ट ऑर द एग केम फर्स्ट. ही एक स्टोरी आहा, कोणूच आन्सर सारको दिवपाक शकना. कोंबी पयलीं आयिल्ली काय तांतें पयलीं आयिल्लें तें. आतां एज पर आवर फायनान्शियल रुल्स, सपोज तुका खबर आसा इंती बिल्डींग येता, इंडियन आनी 10-20 बिल्डींग येवपा आहा, फुडारा येवपाचें आसा. सो यू शूड पुट अ बिगर वॉटर पायपलायन, यू शूड पुट अ बिग वॉटर टँक, you should have a transformer, you should have a transformer center which is of higher capacity. If you go to do that, and our financial rules don't provide for doing things in advance, audit will point out how is it you have executed the work. There is no building only there. Why you have spent so much of public money there? You are doing in anticipation that something will come up, but under our financial rules we are not allowed to do that. So only after it comes up, then the government machinery starts moving, estimates are prepared. That is the way we function. This has to change. But nevertheless, audit will always object where there are no houses. Put poilo infrastructure. Have you ever heard first they create the infrastructure and then the building comes up? First the building comes up, then they go for the water line, then they ask for an electric connection, and then the transformer is laid, then the line is laid. So some change has to take place, but I have done advanced planning, like water problem. I know so much of development is taking place in entire Murmugaon, particularly when a city is developed. Now Vasco city is developed, periphery is getting developed, Dabolim is getting more developed. That's why I am putting up that water treatment plant of 10 MLD. So no shortage for anyone. Otherwise there will be competition between constituencies to block one valve somewhere or put a booster as it is happening now, suck the water. Other constituencies suffer. I don't want such a thing happening. I want plenty of water for everyone, so nobody will complain.
When we look at another recent controversy over some people say that you have tried to create some kind of problem in the minds of servicemen with that comment against one Viriato and all that. Do you think that that intention was that?
म्हाका हें समजना, तो नेवीन काम करतालो म्हूण ताका क्रिटिसायज करप ना? Leave him like a holy cow? I am asking. Is this what he is trying to suggest? And criticizing him as a person, is it criticizing the Navy? I have the highest respect for the service personnel, and the Navy people know it better. I don't need certificate from my opponent because he is contesting against me that this. And he went to the extent of complaining like a small crying baby to R. Gundura, who spoke nonsense again at a press conference. He spoke of corruption. Does he not know what Congress was involved in? 4G scam, Commonwealth Games scam. Does he not know that the biggest scams were done by the government of Dr. Manmohan Singh? And he kept quiet, not taking action against anyone. which brought his government down. That's how BJP came to power. Does he not know that? Does he not know that in Goa the biggest corruption, when R. Gundurao speaks, was of the mining scam, 35,000 crore? Was it a common man who made the allegation? That allegation was made by a Shah commission appointed by the central government. Indicted him. Louis Berger case, bribery case, his so-called chief ministerial candidate, he was involved in that bribery case. They only arrested Churchill. He was, nothing happened to him. Why? Manipulation again. And he has the gumption to speak about others without any truth. What was the allegation against me? It was for having not gone to the cabinet. They converted it into a criminal charge. And my own chief minister at that point of time sold me out. When the decision could have been ratified at a cabinet meeting, he refused to ratify so that there should be a case on me. So my own chief minister sold me out. Everybody knows it. I don't blame Manohar Parrikar at all for filing the case. When my own chief minister, as a ruling party, gives to the opposition certain material, you file a case, why will he miss that opportunity? He will definitely want to pull somebody down from the opposition and come up. And that is what happened. So it was my own people who did that thing. Today they are trying to project, oh, there is corruption. What was the other corruption? I want to ask them. My entire case was based on a fact where a certain decision to give subsidy did not go to the cabinet, that I myself took it. But I could have been blamed as per the business rules if my secretary power had put in writing, since the decision was taken by the cabinet, it may be put up before the cabinet. Had they put such a remark, as a minister I have power to overrule. Had I overruled, then I was responsible. No such thing was there. Neither joint secretary, neither under secretary, neither secretary power wrote anything. And business rules are very clear, Rule 46. However, if there is a deviation of the above rules, you have to bring it in writing to the notice of the chief minister. The secretary has to bring it, or to the notice of the governor. No such thing happened. It just went routinely. But somebody wise thought, this is the best chance to fix me up, like it happens in big countries like America or the Western world. When you cannot withhold a person coming up politically, file cases. Keep him busy in that, so that he loses momentum in his political career. That is what was done to me. But it is being projected as if I have done some big scam. Show me one other thing I have done.
And this issue has cropped up just before the election.
Yeah, always. And I know it is the endeavor of some people. And somebody went to the High Court. All projection दाखवले कितें 6 महिन्यां भितर ट्रायला घाल म्हूण सांगिल्ला. म्हणजे म्हाका ट्रायला गायलो अशें पिक्चर. लोकां बाबडे ट्रायल कितें तें खबर ना, केस कितें तें खबर ना. My prayer in the Supreme Court was direct the lower courts to finish this case within 6 months. Now it is more than 2.5 years. It is lingering. Some people want it lingering, so that तेजेर केस हा भूत व्हडलो भूत करून दाखयता. ते अर्थूच ना त्या केसी. कॅबिनेट वचून आमी क्रिमिनल चार्ज केली.
आता मायकल लोबोय कितें तरी एक्विजिशन टॅक्सी मिटर आनी कितें तरी घेवन येयला.
आता टॅक्सी मिटर हांव सांगता. हांव मिनिस्टर जालो जुलय 2019 and टॅक्सी मिटराचे 2015चे डिसिजन.
Then how you are responsible?
Yeah, how I am responsible. Find out who was the transport minister that time. And the work order finally, see, work order does not come. It is a transparent process. Yeah, there is no scam. There is nothing. It was the work order was issued from 15. The process was carried out, and High Court was sitting over our necks to implement digital meters because TTAGA went to High Court. So High Court gave direction. So in March, long before I became, only in July, March before I became, because the High Court was breathing down our neck, our government that time gave the work order. I was in the government, but I was not transport minister. They are trying to show I gave the work order, I manipulated. Where is the question of manipulating? This is a process which started in 2015. Dusre te sangta 4,500 is the rate outside. We gave it 11,000. They don't know that it includes all other charges. Besides the basic meter, you have a tie-up with NIC for a server. Then the data charges are there. Then annual fees are there. Then some other charges. All that is a consolidated thing, which we have given 100% free to the taxi operators. आप हिंगा येता आनी सांगता आमी 10,000 तुमकां फ्री दितले. अरे आमी 11,000 फ्री दिला मरे. आतां कितें जालां? आतां ते मातशें इलेक्शन टायमा आमकां मातशें डिसएडवांटेज कितें? इलेक्शन कमिशनान तांकां पयशे रिलीज करपाचे बंद केला. म्हणजे तेणी पयले मिटर घालपा जाय, मागीर रिफंड मेळटाले 3 दिसां भितर, 1 विका भितर. आतां ते सांगता न्हू, इट इज गिवींग लार्जेस्ट टू द taxi operators. You're like it is giving this bribe. Their thinking is different. So till elections are not over, the money will not be released. तोय म्हाका दोश दिता, हांवें आडायन दवरला. मागीर what is this? I don't know what is happening.
No, when you look at such kind of accusation, don't you feel annoyed? And what do you feel about the kind of politics which is happening and taking shape in 2022?
See, after these two political parties have come from other states, it has become a politics of a different kind. They hit below the belt, they talk any nonsense. And when people behave like this, suppose you are in a large party, like Congress is a big party, BJP is even a bigger party. When our people start misbehaving or not behaving according to ethics, observing decorum and all, when you have an alternative, they have an alternative. Oh, I can go to UP. Oh, I can go to TMC. They are calling me. And tons of money is being spread. Tons of money is being distributed. There have been people on record, like I was campaigning in Perne. He said he had an offer from another party which came with big bags to his house. I said no. I thought BJP is the only alternative, a party which can deliver. That's why I joined, and that is the explanation he gave. Like that, there are several people who told me. So the rules have changed. Spend money, get some votes. In fact, they are striving to be a national party by getting 6% votes from Goa. So from Goa they will get some other state. They are not aiming to win. Please beware of that. So people should know that these parties have not come here to get a majority and form the government. It is far beyond them. It is like aiming for the moon to get it down on earth. That will not happen. They also know it very well. And they keep it. That's how they accuse each other. You are B team of BJP, you are B team of BJP.
Yeah, who is the B team of BJP?
They should answer themselves. No, they accuse each other of being B team of BJP. We don't need any B team. We will win on our own strength, on the performance, on development which has been done, on the help what we are getting from center. That's why we call it a double engine. And it is there before the eyes to see. अरे पुणे वचपा 1 or 1.5 hour लागतले, आतां 20 मिनटान पावता मरे. हे कोणे केला? ही प्रगती कोणे केला? हो प्रोग्रेस आणि डेव्हलपमेंट कोणे दाखवला लोकांक? BJPन दाखवला न्ही.
Coming back to local politics, what is the situation on the ground, all 4 constituencies in Mormungan Taluka?
हांव एक जाणा की 4य कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी आमी बऱ्या प्रमाणान जिखता. लास्ट टायम हांव जॉयन जाल्लो तेन्ना हांव 4य कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी हांवें सांगिल्लें जिखतलें म्हूण. आतां स्थितीत वयल्यान तेज्यावन बरी आहा. सो प्रॉब्लेम ना.
कॉन्फिडंट.
येस.
एक मेसेज तुमचे कडल्यान जाय आसलें सर, की केन्नाय आमी पळयता जेन्ना पॉलिटिक्स राजकारण येता, इलेक्शन, supporters from this camp, that camp, they fight, and then the enmity prevails throughout their life and all that. Do you think such kind of politics should be there, or people should be fair enough to be together, because unity is getting disturbed somewhere whenever the election comes?
See, it depends on the leader. When you have leaders who are frustrated, who never can make it to the assembly, and frustration keeps on building up when they see the other person progressing. I have no such frustration. I am very confident that I will win and I will be there in the assembly. And I accordingly refrain my supporters from acting tough or getting into situations, because I know everything is smooth. In fact, I tell them everything is running so smoothly. Please don't disrupt it. People will instigate you. People instigate my karyakartas. But they have observed restraint, because the leader is telling them, I am telling them. Same way the leaders of other political parties should be responsible. If leader himself is talking all lies on camera in every interview that he says, because nothing is working for him, so his frustration moves down the line with his karyakartas or his workers, which translates into enmity continuing. So who is responsible? These are the leaders who are contributing to that and spreading lies. Like criticizing them is criticizing defense forces. This is the type of lies they spread when it is not a fact at all.
Social media has become a powerful tool to create all this.
Social media has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages because you reach out everywhere. And disadvantages because even a criminal becomes a hero. He just takes his own bite. He produces it on various groups and just puts it on YouTube or other channel. He is a hero. Celebrity. This is what is happening. So there is no
Self-made
distinction, self-made celebrity. So there is no distinction between good and bad at all.
Thank you very much, sir. You answered very nicely to all our questions. Thanks for coming on our show. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.